So, what if I told you that the past you keep replaying and the future you're so worried about don't actually exist? At least, not in the way you think they do. We're about to dive into an idea that could completely flip your understanding of reality on its head. Now, this isn't just some philosophical thought experiment. This is a perspective that's actually inspired by quantum physics, and it challenges the one thing we all just assume is true, that time marches forward in a straight line. So let's just suspend our disbelief for a bit and explore a totally different way of looking at everything. All right, first up, the time we know. Before we can really break the rules, we have to understand the rules we're living by every single day. We're talking about the arrow of time. For most of us, this is it. Time is a one-way street, right? It moves from a past that's already written and done through this fleeting moment we call the present and into a future we can't see. It's simple, it makes sense, but what if it's just a really convincing illusion? And that brings us to a quantum perspective. This is where things get really interesting. We're going to explore a different kind of time, one that suggests our whole linear model is maybe just a comfortable story we've been telling ourselves. What if the universe is running on a completely different clock? Okay, so look at this. On the left, you've got our familiar timeline, but on the right, well, that's the mind-bending part. The quantum view suggests there is no line. There's only a single infinite point, the eternal now. And get this now contains every possible reality, your past, your present, and every possible future, all existing at the same time, just as potential. So you might be wondering, if all these realities exist at once, how come I'm experiencing this one? Well, that's determined by your state of being. Think of it like a radio. All the stations are broadcasting at the same time, but you only hear the one you're tuned into. Your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, that's your frequency. You are literally tuning into a reality that matches your personal vibration. All right, so that leads us to a big question. If the only real moment is now, then where in the world did yesterday go? This is where this whole concept starts to get really practical and, honestly, pretty liberating. Let's try a quick experiment. Right now, I want you to bring up a memory from your past. Doesn't matter if it's from yesterday or 10 years ago. Just really go there for a second. See the details, feel the emotions. Now ask yourself this, honestly, is that version of you, the person in that memory, still here? Can you physically reach out and touch that moment? According to this perspective, the answer is a hard no. It was never really there in the first place. See, the past doesn't exist in some fixed place you can visit. It's just a collection of information, a memory that you are recreating and re-experiencing in your mind right now. The person you were back then is gone. They're basically a ghost, and the only thing that gives that ghost life is your attention in this present moment. And that idea? Well, that's what makes this whole concept so incredibly powerful. This is about the power of now. Because if your past self is just a ghost, that means you are not chained to it. Every single moment is a brand new beginning. This is basically your permission slip to let go of every single regret you've ever had. Think about it. Every choice you made was based on the knowledge and the awareness you had in that specific now. It wasn't a mistake, it was just a choice made from a particular state of being. Your history is a classroom, not a prison cell. You are not the story of your past. You are the one reading the story, right here, in this moment. And because you're the reader, you have the absolute power to turn the page and start a completely new chapter anytime you want. So let's take this a step further. This section is called Remembering Your Future. Yeah, you heard that right. This is where we shift from theory into how you can actually use this. If the past is just a memory we access in the now, can we do the same thing for the future? Just like you can pull up a memory of the past, you can start to remember a future that already exists as a possibility. It's all about tuning your frequency. You envision what you want, you identify exactly how that reality feels, then you embody those feelings so completely in this moment that you begin to act from a state of already having it. And here is the absolute key to making it work. If you're operating from a state of wanting, you're just broadcasting the frequency of lack. You're telling the universe, I don't have this, and the universe just reflects that right back to you. The real magic happens when you shift into a state of having. You feel the gratitude, the abundance, the joy now, as if it's already yours. When you change your internal state, your external reality has no choice but to change to match it. Which brings us to our final takeaway. Your reality your choice. This whole framework isn't about wishing and hoping for a better future. It's about recognizing that the power to create any reality you can imagine is right here, in your hands, in this exact moment. So if you walk away with just one thing today, let it be this. Your single point of power is not in the past you can't change or the future you can't predict. It is always and only found in the choice you make right now.
And that's the real question, isn't it? The one this whole idea leaves us with. If your past doesn't define you anymore, who are you going to choose to be? The choice isn't about who you were 5 minutes ago, it's about who you decide to be right now.